Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to the video. Now the truck sitting behind me today is a 2000 Ford F-250, and with all the rain that we've gotten over the last few weeks, it's gotten pretty muddy out on the farm. All right, well, as we take a closer look at this Super Duty, you guys can see there's mud splattered all around the truck, from the running boards right up to the mirrors. But the real challenge here is going to be with the underside of the truck, as nearly every inch is covered with thick mud. The wheel wells are completely coated, and even the front bumper has some big clumps sitting in there. But besides all the mud, the inside is only marginally better, as the story here is all the dust. The entire interior is absolutely covered in it, and then all the farm work has left some stains in the carpets and seats to deal with. But just before I start blasting all this mud away, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you get notified when new videos go live, and so you don't miss out on the sneak peeks that I post each week. Okay guys, well, I'm looking forward to getting started on this truck, and I can't wait to see how good I can get it looking. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the transformation. Okay, well, getting started on the pre-wash rinse now, and obviously this is going to take me some time today, as there is no way that I'm giving this truck back to the owner with a single speck of mud on it. And I can say from experience that it takes extreme attention to detail in order to accomplish that, as there will be mud hiding in all sorts of places. But since pressure washing is my favorite part of a detail, I am perfectly happy to have to use it longer today. Now, as I continue to spray out the wheel well here, you'll notice I'm taking my time and really making sure to get in close and spray off everything I can see from this vantage point, including the frame and the leaf springs. And then once I've got the rest of the truck sprayed off, I'll then focus more on the underside as the final step of the pre-wash rinse. All right, now getting started on spraying out this long box here, and one important thing to note is that I always start by carefully running the pressure washer hose in between the box and the cab, so that way it stays stable and isn't sliding up and down the paint on the side of the truck, potentially causing scratches. Okay, working on another wheel well here, and I figured it was a good time to answer this week's members question, and it's which is the worst farm vehicle you've had to detail to date? Now, if you've watched the channel for a while, you'd know that I've done quite a few farm trucks now, and most of them have been pretty dirty, but the worst I'd say was the 2014 Ram 1500 that I did back in April. Not only was that truck filthy on the outside, the interior was absolutely disgusting, although I did manage to get that looking brand new again. So if you enjoy farm truck details, that's definitely a good one to watch. Now, one unknown with every vehicle that comes in dirty like this is what condition it's in underneath all the dirt, and surprisingly this F250's paint is pretty good. It's not swirled much at all, although it does have a few spots up near the roof where the clear coat is failing, but for an older vehicle, it looks pretty good. Alright, so starting on the underside now, and I'll first use the undercarriage sprayer to hopefully get the majority of the dirt and mud off, and once I've gone over things a few times, I'll switch back to my regular 40-degree tip, as I can then be far more controlled, and I'm able to spray at different angles to get any remaining dirt off. And since there's always a ton of people asking about my setup here, I figured I'd let you know that I do have the link to the undercarriage sprayer down in the description for you if you're interested. And then as for my pressure washer wand and the extension wand that I use, I got those from Princess Auto here in Canada. Now, since the front bumper still had some caked on bug guts on it, I'm using some of my new Detail Geek bug remover to help dissolve what's left, which is going to make removing them during the wash process in a bit significantly easier. Alright, well here's the massive pile of thick mud this truck left on my garage floor, and for those of you who are enjoying seeing how I clean this up, there will be a garage cleanup video coming soon to the second channel. Okay, now starting on the interior, and the first step here is to get the front seats removed so that I've got better access to clean all the really dirty areas. And having a look around, and I'm honestly surprised that it's not dirtier underneath them, although you can see there's quite a layer of dust on the carpet. So I'll then get all the garbage removed, recycling taken care of, and we'll then get to work with the vacuum. Finishing up this carpet now, and you might have noticed how easy it's been to vacuum, and that's because the carpet is pretty good quality in here and has a nice long pile, which for one makes it really easy to vacuum as dirt just doesn't get trapped in it, but it's also going to make extracting significantly easier as well. Okay, starting on extracting these dirty seats now, and I wanted to remind you guys that I just posted another Q&A video over on the second channel, the Detail Geek 2, and this time I'm answering would you rather and this or that type questions, and there were a couple that were pretty rough, so if you want to see a more laid back type of video, be sure to check that out. Moving inside the truck now, and even though the before and afters aren't going to be super impactful here, you can see how much dirt was in the seats based on the color of water the Bissell is sucking up. But I also wanted to remind you guys that besides the sneak peeks I post on YouTube each week, I also post on Instagram as well, and a lot of the time they're different sneak peeks, so be sure to give me a follow over there at the Detail Geek 1. working my way around with the Bissell, and I wanted to ask you guys a question that I don't think I've asked for well over a year, and that's what your favorite part of the video is. I know there's a lot who enjoy extracting or pressure washing, even when I apply 303 to the interior, so go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you enjoy most about these videos. Here's a quick look at where this truck started, and after vacuuming and extracting, boom, the carpet looks brand new. Although when you look at all the dirty water that was pulled out of it along with the seats, and it's not hard to think that's pretty gross. Moving to the trim pieces now, and I'm first spraying on some of my new Detail Geek all-purpose cleaner, which along with 8 other chemicals will be launching very soon, and I really can't wait until you guys can get your hands on these to see how good they are. So if you want to stay up to date on the launch and the new products, be sure to follow Detail Geek Auto Care on Instagram. Now as I get some sealant applied to this beautiful paint, you might notice that I'm wearing a new Detail Geek hat, which you guys can now get your hands on too, as I've recently switched my merch provider. So if you've ever thought about picking up a Detail Geek t-shirt or a hoodie, or even a coffee mug, sticker, or now a hat, well, there's a link to the store in the description, or you can see the items right below the video on the merch shelf. And I made the switch as everything will be even higher quality than it was before, so feel free to give it a look. Last step is to apply CarPro Pearl to the tires, and after spraying it on, I'll simply just wipe any overspray off the rims. All right guys, well, a long 11 hours later and the truck is looking absolutely incredible. And I gotta say, I am loving the color of that truck. It looks so good. Now, if you agree with me, or if you just enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.